Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for the weekend of October 25th, 26th, and 27th, 2013. I'm Astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, thank you guys so much for all of your love, especially on my last horoscope. I got more love on that Mount Shasta horoscope than ever, and thank you so much. Also, I would love to have everybody at my November webinar, so please check out this link below because you can join me one-on-one with all of us actually in the same room as we go into the month, do a full PowerPoint presentation. It would be awesome to see you at my November webinar. This is a really powerful time. I'm sure you've been feeling it. We talked a lot over this week about this in-between eclipse period. We are in a lot of water energy, especially coming into this weekend. We've got the moon in Cancer conjuncting Jupiter, and it's part of all of this big energy that's happening in Scorpio. And then we have Neptune, which is in Pisces, and the Sun and Neptune are going to make a perfect trine coming into the weekend. So this weekend is unlocking not only a lot of doors emotionally, but it is tapping into our dreams. It is tapping into our more spiritual side. It is tapping into our very vulnerable aspects of this inner world I've been describing. And it is Friday where I think it's important for you to pay attention to any new doors you can open and how you take care of yourself, because I think that we are going through such a weird time that it's important for you to pay attention to signs, especially your dreams. This is making sure that you're paying attention to your deep unconscious realms as well, as we are about to unlock more consciousness in unconscious spaces we haven't. You know, this is a rare opportunity in your life. By you really paying attention to your feelings, by you taking care of yourself, by you paying attention to this inner world, that you can unlock things that sometimes take lifetimes to unlock, or understandings. This is you clearing a lot of your karma, clearing a lot of your energy. So it's important for you to face things. There's these feelings of us wanting to, shell up. That Cancer energy could shell up, right? But, I think yesterday you learned that you're going to have to push through. And it is today where, especially on Friday, coming into the weekend, where you can relieve the energy and you can just go into yourself and you can find that comfortable space inside so you can look more inward. I think there's a lot to review. There's a lot to come into as the Sun and Mercury in Scorpio are coming into this Saturn energy where it's this frustration, it's this hard work, it's this restriction of maybe not getting what you desire in the exact way, but it forces you to work towards it in order for you to find your truth, to adhere to this truth. And it is this weekend when the moon comes into Leo, all while the Sun is trining Neptune through this weekend. This is a very powerful spiritual time, and you're going to see that the universe really wants you to take a look this weekend at your own self to make sure that you're happy in the life that you are. It's about happiness now. It's about love this weekend. And in order for us to have love, in order for us to have happiness, we have to be living in this truth. And a moon that comes into Leo that squares all of this energy, it's going to make its big three-quarter square to the Sun, which this is in between eclipses, so this is a very powerful moon square on Saturday. Then the moon is going to square the North Node, it's going to square Mercury retrograde, it's going to square Saturn. This is the meat and potato weekend of you really starting to see, you know what, I don't like this anymore. You know what, I want to feel good, but what's coming in between me feeling good? Why can't it be? It can become frustrating, but at least you understand and you start to get to the bottom of things this weekend, of facing fears, and for you to find ways for you to connect to the correct energy for you to have more fun in your life, for you to have more happiness in your life. And with all this energy and fire this weekend, this is a weekend where it kind of pulls us out of this weird energy we've been in all week and adds some spark, it adds some flair, it adds the sparkle, especially as the Sun trine Neptune through it all, can add some magic to all this energy. I think that there's magic developing through this weekend and the events that have been building up to this weekend. It's this magic period. And this magic period is unveiling a raw energy, it's unveiling a raw truth in yourself, it's unveiling your real heart to come out this weekend, and for you to see if your heart can stay on. In many ways, this is testing to make sure you keep the fire on in your life, or keep the candle burning. If the candle keeps burning out, what is it that is burning it out? What can you do to bring that inner love back, bring that happiness back? And it has to do with re-identifying correctly with more of your true energy in yourself, re-identifying a lot of your life now into your truth. So we've been talking about this, and as these eclipses build, and as the sun gets closer and closer to the north node here, all while there's a big eclipse happening, this is not just any old eclipse that's about to build here. This is like a pretty much exact eclipse happening, which is very powerful. And you can start to see how the universe is doing it, as how it is building these events of your inner self, of facing fears, of testing your comfort levels, testing your emotions, testing your happiness, to make sure that when we drop into the eclipse this time next week, we are correctly investing our energy to make sure that it catapults us in the right way. There is really crazy karma happening. Even this weekend, and it's been through this week, this is on karma alert, with relationships, with people. There are reasons why you're meeting people now. There are reasons why you're in the certain places you are right now in your life. There are reasons why all of these events are happening for huge karmic lessons, huge new karmic lessons that are going to bridge to new karma. In many ways, we're all bridging ourselves right now to this very karmic road that leads to us after these eclipses, that leads to us after this Mercury retrograde. And I think it's important to really pay attention to opening up your feelings more than ever and taking care of yourself no matter what it means you have to do. You have to go towards whatever makes you feel raw and real inside, and I think that's real important. And it really can be a wonderful weekend to find this ultimate magic, this ultimate ecstasy. If you're living in the right energy, if you're adhering your energies in the right truth, you'll see your heart be able to shine bright. If you start to get frustrated this weekend, it's probably because there is something you haven't gotten to the bottom of, and it's okay. I want you to remember that this weekend, if you get frustrated, if it becomes hard, if it becomes like you can't have that shine bright fun that you want to have, that it's to unlock the right things for you to understand what you've got to do. So in many ways, it doesn't matter what side of the coin you're on, it's a great weekend. And I think it's important to stay in the positivity, as these are very deep times. Some people can have a hard time with this energy as it's very sensitive, and those who are very sensitive to energies are very sensitive, so you could want to crawl into your shell. And I would think that it's okay, especially as we step into the weekend. It will be this weekend, though, that you will have to learn to shine bright, to really step into your power, to be a leader, to be a shining star yourself. And that's why I went so deep in yesterday at Mount Shasta into why are you here? Are you shining your light? And in many ways, we test if the universe has, and if ourselves have written the correct karma to shine bright. Or are we not shining as bright as we could be? Are we not really investing our energies to where our energy can shine bright with the right people, with the right relationships, with the right jobs, with the right energy, with the right way for our light to shine in a worldly scale? So I think it's very important to pay attention to this, and I think it's very important for you to just take a look at this weekend as it's a nice test for you to understand more of what to connect to correctly. Are you having fun? Are you shining your brightest? Because it all comes down to this weekend where you really see if you're having a good time or not. So check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you have any questions, or if you want to have a one-on-one reading. I am booking up the first and second weeks of November right now. Thank you for all of your support, and I will see you on Monday.